Hello, welcome to West Ham Grumble on Irons United with me, Alf Gasparo. So I'm back. What's been happening in the West Ham world this week? Well, look, we've just had a couple of defeats to Spurs, won the league, 50-50 game. I thought cup game was really disappointing. We kind of, gave our lead away at Leicester and, for the draw. It was a good point in the end. But do you know what? My heartfelt condolences to all people involved in the tragedy, and all heart goes out to Leicester City fans as well. But back to the game on Saturday. So I was saying before the game, we needed to bounce back. We need to, as a club, as players, as fans, we need to bounce back from what's gone on for the last couple of weeks. We thought we were on a bit of a high. We thought we were going places, and then all of a sudden we just fell off the cliff again, really. So we needed this. And I thought every player, rose to the occasion. And so they should. This is my point. So they should. These are teams that we should be beating now. There aren't any excuses. We've got the manpower. We've spent heavily, in the summer, £100 million. We've got the likes of, Sanchez, Yarmolenko, yes, they're injured, but we've got the likes of Anderson, who I've been his fiercest critic. I know I have, but he's actually, he had a great game, and he should be having a great game against this kind of opposition. Do I think we're going to be, challenging for Europe now? No, I think we're going to have a struggle of a season. I think we'll be lucky to get top 10, top half of the table now. Do I think, we're going to get a lot of joy out of the top 6 teams? No, not really. Maybe, maybe the odd draw. We'll be lucky, with another win, I think. But every other team now, I think we should be, there or thereabouts. We should be beating the likes of Leicester. We should be beating the likes of Brighton, and we definitely should be beating the likes of Burnley. Burnley, I thought last year they were an aberration. They just did above and beyond what they should have done, really, and fair play to them. And that's what football's all about. But that's not where Burnley are. Burnley are, they're definitely below us in terms of. Well, not application, because they apply themselves very well, but certainly, football and aptitude. So I think we should be beating them. But, this is my point. We should, as fans now, expect our players to perform at a certain level. Now Pellegrini's got, a few games under his belt. He's starting to get these players to work as a unit. It's very interesting that, Zabaleta is still, favoured by Pellegrini on the right-hand side instead of Fredericks. Fredericks comes in, and we're not really playing as well on that right-hand side. Yes, he's got the pace and everything, but Zabaleta seems to have much more of an influence on that right-hand side. Although Anderson put a killer pass across field, into the area, Zabaleta came in and almost... I was saying, shoot, half volley, bottom left-hand corner. But no, he kind of kicked it right back to our own half, which is very strange, very odd. But look, I think we've got players that are in the team that can be doing well. We've got substitutes that may not be right at the level that we need them to be. So pleased for Hernandez to that he came on and he scored, which was a really well taken goal, I thought. Again, I was making excuses for Hernandez all last season and even this season, and I was wondering, oh come on, you're ill, where are you? What's going on? And then I'd start to give up on him a little bit. But actually, he came off the bench, and fair play to him. He scored a really good goal. I think it's very easy for me, and I'll just talk about myself, because I'm not going to talk about the rest of West Ham fans, but I think it's very easy for me to pick holes at individual players, or pick holes, at lots of players when the team have played poorly, or we thought they should have played a lot better. It's very easy for me to, say they're a disgrace and this and that. it's a tough game, it's a tough game, isn't it? And every other team are, their expectations are up there, their fans' expectations are up there as well. But I think, the frustration is that we can see things that should be better and they're just not at times. The game on Saturday, whilst there were great moments, and Anderson played really well, that kind of half volley shot that, Hart kind of fumbled away, as it were. That was a fantastic. If that had gone in, that would have probably been one of our goals of the season. Probably would have been our goal of the season. Arnautovic again. I think that our issue is up front. If we don't have an Arnautovic, we are a really ineffective team up front. As soon as we've got an Arnautovic in there, then all of a sudden we become a team again. Yarmolenko's been injured. Now Diangana's come in, and do you know what? Fair play to the lad. He's done really well. And he's made a nuisance of himself. But I've got to say, that was a penalty. And I've got to say, I'm not sure how the Burnley player didn't get sent off for a challenge on him. Because he basically just took him out completely. I don't know if you've seen the footage of it. I mean, actually, because the ref played on, and Anderson went on to score. Do you know what? I still think the ref should have brought that back and actually gone in for the player and sent him off for that. That's just me, because that was just a really dangerous tackle. But anyway, what we can say, the lad survived it. He didn't get hurt, which is the main thing. We just don't need injuries, do we? I mean, that's the thing. So Arnautovic, on song, and we're on song when he plays, or we've got a hope when he plays. Anderson, yeah, look, consistency. That's what we want from Anderson, consistency. And if he can start playing like this, in lots of different games, then we'll be the better for it. Defensively, I still think, Diop, Balbuena, for me, are still a great pairing. Zabaleta, I thought was great. Yeah, I know he hasn't always got the legs, but I think he's great. Creswell, I thought was, good there. I know lots of people don't like him, but I do. I actually like him. Snodgrass again. Who would have thought that I would have been saying this season that Snodgrass is one of my favourite players? But I just like his work ethic. I like his work rate. Yes, sometimes the quality isn't there, and yes, lots of it. But I still think he's a good player. Look, Fabianski, for me, regardless of Anderson or Arnautovic, for me, Fabianski is right now, he is our best player. He is our hammer of the year, hammer of up until November type thing so far. Because he's kept us in games. He's the one who's been the consistently good. And what a buy he's been. What a bargain he's been. In the centre of the park, if we didn't have Rice in there, for such a young lad to have that maturity, then I think we'd be I think we'd be at the foot of the table right now. He's just a magic player. Obiang, I still think, he has good moments, good periods in a game. I still think he's got some weaknesses there that needs to be addressed. But overall, our back line, our defence is, improving. Let's say we've still got a bit of vulnerability in every now and again, but overall, there was one cross that came in. We kind of, our defence are all over the place. Ball came in. There were two Burnley players in. If it wasn't for Zabaleta, who just moved into the centre and cleared the ball, they would have easily, scored their goal there. So, we've got to watch this. We've got to maintain our concentration levels. So at the back, yeah, work in progress, I would say. Still getting there. Got to watch out against the better teams, of course. Midfield, got to be strong, resolute. And up front, it's just that consistency up front from Anderson. Diangana, who's coming in. Arnautovic, and then whoever our subs coming on. And I really do hope that Hernandez, is able to come on and do well. Let's not forget that we might have Carroll coming back. Oh, I think I've got a headache coming on. Carroll come back. I'm sure he'll feature at some point. Whether there is a sub, we're chasing a game, something like that. Whether it's the right move, I'm not here to say. All I'm saying is, we're going to have alternatives coming soon. Anyway, on to the next game. it's got to be a win. We've got to go for these wins because we desperately need the points. You know, we've got to push ourselves up the table. It's always going to be tight. We are going to struggle against the better teams. We've got to do a lot better against the teams around us, and that's where we failed the last couple of seasons. Anyway, that's been my grumble this week. Really, you know, we won. It was a great win, but I expected us to win, and I expect all the players to go out and want to win these games and need to win these games, and there should be an expectation in the fans that we have to win these games. Right, catch you on the next West Ham Grumble, whenever that is. Cheers now.